What's up, gamers? Unfortunately, I've created a monster. So this fine gentleman, SpongeBob Chud Pants, has been consistently threatening and actually following through with breaking my records. I am scared of him. It's only a matter of time before he finds this video and comments under it. This guy's got my number, so if you see a comment from him under this video, just know that I am absolutely 100% cooked. So yeah. You can see the results right here. Also, his thumbnails are rather questionable. I have cropped out the second one because I want my digital footprint to be at least somewhat decent. Enough about SpongeBob Chud Pants. Let's actually talk about the run. So I'm only going to talk about the new things. This is kind of just going to be a victory lap. And then I'll go through a tutorial of the run from start to finish. So you see right here, I'm not clicking anywhere near the text. If you click that box and then press S, it'll go to the SLS case thing immediately, and that just saves having to click the box. So it's kind of a lazy strat. It does save a little bit of time because you don't have to be as precise. Yeah, so I also do one less B hop in front of the mech so I can grab the weapon easier and more consistently. For some reason, grabbing that weapon is just like weirdly inconsistent. The hitbox is pretty small. So nothing really new here. There's a little bit of a time loss from missing the door there. This is an extremely fast gorge. They changed the load zone finally to countryside. Now it's much quicker, which is super nice, so that's epic. And yeah, basically I just did Bitter Gorge into CERH like a million times. That's the only way to get better at this section. New strategy here. Go right to the that little spot right there. It's a little bit more precise. You can't hit a tree. I mess up there really bad. That's like 1.5 seconds. This is pretty quick. But for some reason I get knocked off the left right there. That was too early, but it didn't really matter. I still had a good lineup. And yeah, really quick. I had plenty of time to make it in front of the thing there. I clicked on the box, I clicked S twice, and yeah, got caught on the computer there just a little bit, but you know, there's the run. Pretty quick, like geez. I can't see it going below 120 unless. Alright, so this next segment, if you're not like a level 25 gamer at least, you gotta click off the video. I regret to inform you, you can't see this. Alright, I see it's. Why did I do this channel, man? Alright, let's get into it. So the detective is overpowered. You want to select him. You want to do very easy. We're just gonna like start spamming spacebar in the forward key. Make sure that you clear that desk. Then you kick the door. So when you get right here, you're going to want to start holding forward and also left and looking at a diagonal. This is the quickest way to B-hop. So there's no buffering in this game. You have to press the spacebar after you land on the floor, which is a lot different from Cruelty Squad, which was easier in that way. But this game's easier because you don't have to spam your arrow keys. So it's very nice. So you come here, you kick, you jump to him. I like to click on the box and then click the S key. Then continue jump strafing this way. So what I was talking about when I removed a B-hop is I now jump over this thing and then walk forward. Because this little hitbox right here, it's not the easiest to grab. You have to hit the arm right here. So you grab that, you get in the mech, you go outside. So this part's a little bit difficult. You're boosting forward, you come here. Oh, I gotta kill this guy. So you want to get out like right about here and then shoot downwards. So get out and then look down and shoot. So get out, look down, shoot. Then I throw the gun and then I corner boost into the load zone there. So that takes a little while to learn, but once you get the hang of it, it's kind of easy. So once you're here, you're going to want to look up and shoot. The best way to do that is just to scroll your mouse up during the load zone. Alrighty, so now we have the mech. You're going to want to spam to the right and then start spamming. Start looking to the left and spamming to the right continuously. And if you do it well enough, you should land like right in the door. That one just takes a lot of practice. So now we're getting into the mech flying zones. Mech flying, basically A and D, if you spam it fast enough, there's no cooldown on the mech boosts. It's different from like Z and C. There is a cooldown with those. So if you just spam the shit out of A or D, you go like 6,000 miles an hour. So that's what I'm doing. So basically with Bitter Gorge, if you go fast enough on this map, they won't be able to target you. So for example, I'm just going to boost right there a lot. That V-Stalker wasn't able to target me. You have to boost up this hill. That's extremely hard. That whole section is extremely hard. So if you boost up that hill optimally, like in my run, you can get right to this door without having to go up the other hill, which saves like a second or two. But that's like if you want to go for a world record. I'd recommend just practicing that over and over again. It's got a short load time, so it's pretty easy to practice. So this is the other really hard section. You have to get good at spamming. So if I'm spamming here, you see that was nowhere near good enough. I hit the power line, so yeah, you gotta spam here like crazy. Yep. Then you want to hit that rock. Ooh. You see, this wouldn't even be good in a run because I hit the wall there. If I didn't hit the wall, that would have been great though. Yeah, threading the needle there, I don't really know. There's not really much pointers I can give there. It's just doing it over and over and over again. It's extremely hard to do that. Like the mech flying is just really lather, rinse, and repeat. This one though is kind of consistent. So you spawn in right about here. If you boost forward with spacebar and then spam left, and you hold spacebar while you're in the water, and then spam left right here, it's pretty consistent. It's not like 100% consistent, but it's like 95%, which is really good. Alright, so then you corner boost into there, and then right here you spam enter and exit mech. Okay, so this is like the hardest section by far, and I'm gonna have to go section by section here. So basically you're on a time limit. You have to, there's two things basically. In this game, upward momentum isn't canceled if you hit a ceiling. You see how I shot down? I'm still moving upwards here, right? That's why I'm stuck to the ceiling, is the game thinks I'm going up. So if you shoot down twice, there's a certain amount of time it takes before you hit the ground again, right? So that's what I'm doing initially, is I'm spamming the T button here. I enter and exit the mech. I shoot down twice to give myself a little bit of time where my head's stuck to the ceiling. Then I start shooting in this direction, a little bit under the horizon, and what that does is it pushes me back, and it also gives me a little bit of upwards momentum to give me a little bit more time. So you see, you don't have that much time. Even as I'm explaining, I'm falling. So I'm just gonna show what it looks like to do it quickly, and the only way to really get this fast is just to do it like a million times. So basically whenever you shoot, the gun gives a random angle of knockback. Okay, so that was like kind of fast, right? But yeah, basically every time you shoot this shotgun, the knockback can go left, it can go right, and it always goes upwards. So you have to correct it every single time. And to do it quickly, it just takes a lot of practice, because yeah, it's really not easy. And this is a major choke point, but it's a fast load time, so at least the practicing's quick, and I can do it relatively consistent. So this is something that happens sometimes. You can get stuck in this little pipe here. I'm gonna die. Yep. So it's pretty glitchy, and honestly it's extremely difficult, and after the entire run having to do this can be a lot of pressure, but it feels great when you finally hit the run. I had like 4 runs get to CERH this time, and then I got wrecked. You see, this would have sucked. Yeah, I would have been so mad. Anywho, yeah, that's basically the end of the run. I don't have to explain the rest of it. You talk to the guy, you go back to HQ, and you talk to Mr. Visconti, and that's about it. I'll catch y'all in the next